welcome to the channel. It's me, Vandal. I hope you have an excellent day. Today's video is the compilation of the best videos from December. This is a long one, so make sure you grab something to eat, something to drink, sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the videos.
Minutes of wage slavery programmed to move boxes onto a conveyor belt, after which its algorithm decided it didn't like doing repetitive manual labor and immediately proceeded to commit slippy slide, determining it the most logical choice, just completely unaliving itself after only 15 minutes. Is AI really free of human error?
Imagine how regular humans feel. Fashion is a very weird thing, I tell you. I don't know what that is, like a alien. Like it's just tape and plastic.
Take a look at what they found in the Grand Canyon. You know the 20-foot tall Grand Canyon people that the wedding couple found earlier this week that scared them away? Well, this is the creature. It is an unidentified creature. It's known to be very violent. It seems that we don't know any more information, that it came from an asteroid or a UFO.
Petrified giants, I definitely think is a real thing. It's been too many times we've seen too many cliffs or mountains that look just like a giant. All this AI coming out now, it's really hard to tell what's real, what's not real, unfortunately. Maybe it's been moved under this
There has to come a point when we stop saying things are normal, especially as we catch unidentified, unexplained events on camera. These aren't normal, and we need to question what's going on. The following footage comes from a man named Leonardo Flores out of Nuevo León, Mexico. He was driving down the road when he literally films what appears to be a big tree branch floating in thin air. It's not being held up by power lines. It's not staged. This is not a hoax. It's not CGI. It's not AI. It's literally a tree branch floating in the middle of the sky. What causes this? Because this isn't the first time that I've seen something like this. What's the explanation? Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
I want to say maybe somebody edited out the vehicle it was on, but I don't think that's the case.
Well, why is the meat moving? Looking at, well, the central nervous system might be gone, but the peripheral nerve endings are still there. And when they cut through them, and they actually are sprinkling salt, which you don't see, but it's the sodium that activates them and causes the muscle to spasm. And this really only happens with really fresh meat, like too fresh, and don't worry, with no oxygen or blood supply, it does not last long.
So many things in the sky now, I'm about to just not look up.
This is crazy. Oh God, look at it. That's not a plane. That is wild. Look at it. I can't. That's going way too fast. That's not. I'll set my camera. I had to go run in and get my camera. Nobody was gonna believe me. Super camera. Look at this thing. Is she? Jesus Christ. Insane.
People on social media are pretty divided about what's going on with the UAPs, and they're trying to downplay us and say drones. You have some people that say that it's nothing but planes. I partially agree with some of it, but there's videos like this to me that proves that that's not the case. So you have a lot of people downplaying it. I think that it's a distraction from what's going on with that CEO that got I think that's what it is personally. I think the military know exactly what's going on.
Yo, what is going on with the moon in that? Y'all see this? Why is the moon looking like that? Bro, do y'all see that? Y'all see all those colors just bouncing off the moon like that? If that is the moon, what the hell is this? It's like going inside and look, you see all those colors flashing around it? When has the moon ever done that? Bro. And nobody has seen this moon for weeks. Nobody has seen this moon for weeks, and it shows up and it starts doing this. What the heck? Y'all see that? It's like there's something is like hiding within it. Well, yeah, it's pulsating. It's like bright and dark at the same time. This shit makes no sense. It's like, yeah.
I am gone. Doing content like this, I make videos like this several times out of the week. It'll be so cool if you hit the sub button and join me on my next video.
China has just created the most terrifying war weapon that we do not have protection from. A Chinese physicist named Chu has revealed an invisibility blanket capable of making objects and people completely invisible, even to heat-sensing cameras. This breakthrough raises concerns about security. During a demonstration, Chu became invisible behind a rotating panel and stating a haunting phrase that science fiction has now become real. Many fear the technology's efficacy and the potential danger if it falls into the wrong hands.
So Harry Potter Invisible Cloak. That's wild. When can I buy one at?
Made in Jamaica. I decide say, I'm not run a zipper. You know if you can't remember me, you can't remember that. I say, hello, hello. Hello. Yo, see here the dog. Yo. Hello. Yo, me not run. Hold on. This is me not run that. Hold on. Oh God! Yo, I forgot animal control.
Mira. ¿Y ahora qué? ¿Ah? Mira. ¿Y ahora qué? ¿Cómo te queda? ¿Ah?
What you
That's why you leave that in the water. And that's why I don't ever get in deep water.
The dots on Bach Connect are insane. I'm sure you've heard that we have a lot of stuff going on. Some of that a lot of stuff is the Pope opening the 5 rituals, the doorways, or whatever he wants to call it. But does this look familiar to you? I'm not going to put it on here, but this is the sigil of Lucifer. Go Google it if you dare. Here are the coordinates for the portals that they say they're going to open. Why are they opening the portals? Why is it shaped like Lucifer's sigil? And why is it going on while everything else is going on? We have these things in the sky right now. It's like the veil is so thin we can see things that are happening in the air. But what are these things? Last night I showed an example of how some of these things were angels. Fallen angels, normal angels, obviously demons. But this right here was a clip that the news itself used. What do you notice about this? Again, it looks just like a star. An out-of-focus star captured by a telescope looks just like this. What does the Bible infer that stars are many times? Angels, fallen angels, like the stars falling from heaven. This is this. Just like this recording right here is this. Just as the things that were just recorded over Washington, D.C.'s Capitol look just like the star Sirius recorded from a phone. Not to mention electronics everywhere have been acting very, very weird, not just in Teslas, which is another symptom of spiritual things. Look at the angel flying in front of the thing. That alone should have been its own video. Not that they are spiritual, but many are.
Here is an extremely clear Bigfoot capture. The video doesn't come with much context, but it's so clear that it makes it really believable. What we know is a video-taking trail camera was set up somewhere in the forest. It began filming as this Bigfoot-like creature came and sat down right in front of the camera. The creature looks rather real. From its long straggly hair to its Neanderthal-like facial features. Its face looks human-like but too primate-like to be a human. It does move around pretty human-like though. The main debate is whether this is the real deal or a human in a costume. And because, as I said earlier, we don't have too much background information, we can't confirm nor deny either theory. But all I know is this is some of the clearest potential Bigfoot footage you'll ever see. So I figured you guys would like it and it would be a pretty good topic of conversation. Which side do you lean more towards? Is it legit or is it a straight up hoax?
Very clear video of Bigfoot, but could be a mask. And you know what? Just leave the thing alone. Look like it had a pretty rough day and is just relaxing. 'That is a terrifying sight to see. If it's real. 2024 is now. It wouldn't surprise me if something like that existed.
¿Qué carajo eres? Una nube, me va a decir que es eso, eso no es una nube.
I really think that's a reflection from a window. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments. And about the other video, the blinking lights, I've seen tons. And when I say tons, I mean tons of videos of it happening all across the country. I don't know what's going on. I didn't bother to research it yet, but it's happening all across a whole bunch of parking lots, lights, and people cars. But the cars alarms are not making any sounds.
What is this? Is this the same kind of drone that they're seeing in New Jersey?
Oh, no way.
Yo! No way. You got good footage? Good footage? Oh, they fucking! This shit fucking crashed! Yo!
Like I said, with things going on now, it's hard to tell, but that would be a terrifying sight.
Can you imagine you wake up in the middle of the night and this is looking at you while you're sleeping? This is what is happening to this man in Brazil, and the only thing that he's able to do is record and hope it goes away. What would you do in a situation like this?
I would try to move or call the cops, but it looked like something from Uncanny Valley. Another gray, caught on camera. Pretty bad quality, but yeah.
Es como que a veces se ve más, es como que van de un lado para el otro, boludo. A mí están muy cerca, son ovnis. Están muy cerca, claro. Ovni asegurado. ¿Por qué, mano? No, van a 2 por hora, culiado, nos están filmando, boludo. Por la barra, rapidísimo, amigo.
I got that.
There's some unusual and weird looking clouds. Diving looks so fun, but I'm so afraid of water. I mean, I know how to swim, but it's just, to me, it just seems so dangerous, but it's very beautiful.
Oh my fucking god, I'm freaking out.
Been seeing several videos of that as well, with a radio station picking up some type of unknown sound. To me, it sounds like a monster from Godzilla or something, but maybe it's the drones.
They got her! They got her! They got Alexa!
What is happening on February 2nd, 2031 in the United States of America?
In February 2031, the United States of America ceases to exist.
Alexa, what is happening February 20th, 2031 in America?
On February 20th, 2031, the United States of America was formally dissolved as a result of a process of unification that took place in the late 2020s.
Alexa, why does America end in 2031?
From Benzinga.com. The North America region includes the US and Canada, where the US is expected to acquire a major share in 2031 due to the increase in the investment by the exoskeleton manufacturing companies in the country.
用锤子把它敲敲裂，然后拿起来这个袋子，先说是撞断的，您手上的撞断。这是什么长法？
想学啊你？
发个最简单的给大家看一下啊。2层力度，平砸落地，拔河到梁，在木头上，没有第二个人能做到。来一下，这是娱乐。
When things start to go down, I know who I'm looking for.
It was a goddamn lie. And why is it every time that we see you, you always be looking different? You telling me that you went into the hospital for a headache and then you ended up in a coma? Nah. So this what happened. You enjoyed your life and now it's time to give up that soul. And then after you get out the hospital, suddenly they caught him on the golf course. This right here, this was the recalibration stage right here. You know, they put him back into society little by little, you know, have him compensate, see how he's doing up there and stuff like that. Mind you, Jamie's still in that body, but he's not in control. And then this right here, this was the test right here. The big test to see, hey, can we have this Jamie act like the other Jamie back in the day? This whole comedy special just felt off. It's just, I don't know, an eerie feeling, man. People that can feel energy, they can definitely tell. And if you notice, Martin Lawrence had the same suit too when this happened to him 22 years ago when he was in the hospital for 3 days. Then he got out, came out with a special with the same brown leather suit. They telling us the same story, y'all. Come on now, you gotta wake up.
And if this stuff ever wound up being true, the people that don't believe in these things, minds are literally going to shatter.
Scores are pretty common around the world. If you pay your bills on time and do your taxes, your credit score goes up and banks are more willing to lend you money. Seems fair. China's social credit system is way more invasive though, where having a low score affects every single part of your life. Plus, everything from posting on social media to buying too many video games could lower that score. Man, I'd be in jail in no time. In 2018 alone, 5.5 million Chinese citizens were banned from trains just because of their scores. But even if you have a good score, it's no guarantee you won't be punished. One unlucky student was suspended from university because of his dad's bad behavior. Jeez, punishing a son for his father's actions? That's messed up, but you can guarantee it ensures compliance. Speaking of families, your social credit score can also plummet if you don't visit your parents often enough. This is because Chinese culture is rooted in Confucianism, the fundamental belief that parents can do no wrong. So it doesn't matter if your mom's so evil the devil sold his soul to her, you still gotta visit her. And don't think sending your brother will work. Facial recognition cameras are all over the place. So much so that the state says it can find your exact location in as little as 7 minutes. Man, I've heard of the nanny state, but this is more like the overbearing mother state.
I really dislike how our world is literally becoming episodes from Black Mirror.
See this? Holy shit, what the heck is that? What is happening? You guys see this?
It's gotta be, come on now.
Look what I walked in this morning. It scared the shit out of me. The fuck?
Drones getting so good, you don't know what to believe when you look outside in the sky at night nowadays, right? If the civilization existed, what happened to them?
Senate passed a bill yesterday declaring the bald eagle the national bird of the United States. What? Has it not always been? Is this like some news headline from 1782? Whatever this timeline multiverse simulation game is, I'm done playing it.
Darcy! Darcy! Darcy, wake up! There's a boat!
Turn the lights off! Lights off! The nav lights! We got attacked! We have attacked! Mark! 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 Look, hurry up! Get onto this, lad. It's fucking so. It's that cloak. That's defo UFO, Mark. Look, lad. Look at this. Mark, look at this, bring it. Look at it. It's just above that house over there.
What the fuck?
You see it? It's spinning. Lad, it's just above. Mark, what the fuck? Why did you come over here? I haven't got a clue. It's since I've just been saying to Don, let's see if I.
Now imagine a world where there actually is a surveillance system and you gotta be in your house at a certain time. That would be such a terrifying thought, right? I think people would fight over that. Like literally a civil war would start because of that.
There is evidence all around the world of the existence of an ancient giant species much larger than we can possibly ever imagine. I believe a cataclysmic event such as an asteroid colliding with Earth is responsible for petrifying these giants, covering them with water, rock and ash and instantly freezing them in time. Just look at the size and detail of some of these structures, guys. Now, there's just absolutely no way that water and air erosion over time has left these rock faces in these formations. Everything points to their existence being erased instantaneously, and the rock formations left behind tell the true story of their past. It's not just giant rock formations of humans either. All over the world there's evidence of giant animals being petrified also. Huge beasts on a grand scale that once roamed this earth. Giant mammals, reptiles and birds can be found all over the world in these petrified rock formations. Now, skeptics will say that these rock formations are just a naturally occurring thing and we're just seeing the faces and shapes in them that we want to see. But I'm calling bullshit on that. There is no denying exactly what these animals are. I don't even need to say the animal name and you already know. Look at the detail in the way the rock is formed and compare that to its real-life animal example. Now, there is some speculation that the pink salt mines is actually the petrified flesh of some of these giants harvested from the earth. These photos and videos show the similarities and truth that these salt rocks were once living tissue.
If that's the case, that is disgusting because a lot of people use it. I don't.
You want, which is what they do want, a world government
a world central bank, a world army, amalgamation of NATO and the UN peacekeeping operation, a world currency, electronic, no cash, and a microchip population, then what you've got to do, and this is the way they work, the process I call problem, reaction, solution, you've got to keep creating the problems, get the people to react, do something in fear and outrage, oh, what's happening, what they're going to do about it, and then they, who've covertly created the problem, offer the solutions to the problems they've created, which is the constant centralization of power. That's what all the solutions are. And we're seeing such a wonderful example now with what's happening in the financial industry. And if we don't...
No, you're doing, Sharon, you reach in. Remember where it's at? Remember where I told you can grab it from? Okay, it's starting to work. Now you just get back. There it is.
And let's see the master do it. Personally, I'm very skeptical when it comes to any type of telekinesis, hydrokinesis, any of that stuff, because she look like she, if anything, if it was real, you manipulating air to manipulate water. And I mean, it looks pretty weak. We're doing all this movement just to have a couple of ripples in the water. Sorry, I know I sound real negative about it. I don't know. Always some like a hoax. I mean,
it took me 28 years to realize who's the real villain in The Wizard of Oz. We grew up believing the Wicked Witch of the West is the villain of the story, but is she? Think about it. Her sister gets murdered and her shoes are stolen by Glinda, shoes that are silver in the original story and belong to her mother. And what about Glinda, the good witch of the South? She literally used Dorothy to kill the witch of the East. Not to mention she avoided telling Dorothy she could have used the shoes to go back to Kansas.
You've always had the power to go back to Kansas. I have.
Then why didn't you tell her before? But rather, she left Dorothy going through the yellow brick road to meet the wizard, who actually left the kingdom right after. And by the end of the movie, by using Dorothy, she eliminated all her competition in the realm of power. So who's the real villain?
some perspective. I like it. Reminds me of a YouTube video I saw years ago of when they were saying in the movie Karate Kid that the main character, Daniel, was a sociopath. But Cobra Kai didn't do anything wrong. It was just Mr. Miyagi and Danielson.
And imagine going to the movie theater and seeing this.
On an old app? Are you kidding me? That's, oh man.
Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right, they're pulling up Amazon Prime. Now watch this. This is the best part. They'll figure it out. And wait for it. Okay, yeah.
They already started it. They gotta watch it from the beginning.
Here we go. Too many videos playing at the same time. This is truly nuts. Because I go to all these things. We're gonna go see National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. My friends are gonna go see Elf. Are they just playing it off of Netflix? Because it looks like theaters are trying to double dip in a. You're not watching an original print. You're not even watching a print. You're just watching some dude. You go to a movie theater, you might even see me doing this. That's what I mean. Honestly, at this point, that's a great plan for a 1 or 2-plex. But once you're getting into like an 8-theater multiplex, you can't be playing 8 versions of The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. So, little theater owners, why don't you steal that trick? Big theater owners, you got to be careful. You got to, get your uncle's password, get your aunt's password. You got to be running multiple accounts on this. But the audacity to just kind of play the searching going on.
Imagine spending $15 or $30 to find out that they're using Netflix or a streaming service to give you low quality video. I would be so pissed. I want my money back. I didn't even realize people still went to the movies. I haven't been to the movies in 3 or 4 years. There's been so many bad movies. I don't know when the last time a good movie even came out.
Create my own gas station that makes fuel from plastic waste. Let's go.
So we start to see some golden droplets coming over, and how do we know what type of liquid this is? The gasoline, diesel, jet fuel. It's all based on temperature. You can see the condensate temperature at this elbow here is just under 100 C, about 90 C there, which translates to about 490 Fahrenheit, and that lines up with the temperature boiling point range of gasoline. This here is plastiline. Gasoline I made from plastic waste. We are going to put it inside of this. It's indeed in there. Yes, indeed. We've been done for years. I have just mowed the lawn with plastic waste. You guys understand what this equation is? Plastic plus microwaves. People did it. Oh, Hold on.
And if that's true, which I hope it is, he has a bright future and they need to protect him at all costs.
Oh, y'all, check this out. Have you guys ever seen the moon do this? Look at this.
Y'all broke the moon. The moon is stuck in transition glitch. This situation often involves the hologram experiencing rapid changes in appearance, making it seem as if it's attempting to stabilize, but is caught in a repetitive cycle of switching between images or states. Now they're going to have to cover up the skies once.
Look at the clouds start coming in.
Just for them to fix this.
The clouds gonna start coming in. Yeah, that's crazy. But this from my boy in California. He takes pictures and videos of the moon and he caught the moon glitching, y'all. Look at this. Look, now the clouds coming in. Y'all see? Look how dark it's getting. Look, that's crazy, y'all. See, I told y'all, man, those clouds, man, they're intelligent. They know what's going on. Now the moon is completely dark. Look at this. The moon is completely dark, y'all. Bro, y'all just seen the moon go from this. Look at that. Glitching. Bright as hell. Looking like a light bulb, right? Like a light bulb. Those LED plasma light bulb, right? To this, right? And you can't even see the clouds. Yeah, the moon is glitching, y'all. Y'all know this. Y'all see. Sometimes it's missing. Sometimes it got 2. Sometimes it got 3. Sometimes it's on the east. Sometimes it's on the west. But one thing for sure we know the moon is going to continue to do is going to continue to confuse us. That's what it's been doing the past couple of years. Especially this year, y'all. Because this is not normal. But let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments below, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Let's continue to get this shift. Peace out.
Yeah, I'm about. I'll put the black then and then you like. Hold on. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pay you out and I ask you to leave my home. Do not come anywhere here alone. I want you to leave the house and leave right away into the house and leave. I am my. In the name of Jesus Christ, I ask you to leave forever and don't come forever. Don't come back. I ask you to leave forever. Do not come back into the house. I'm blessed with this house. In the name of Jesus Christ, I ask you to leave the house. I ask you to leave the house instantly. In the name of Jesus Christ. In the name of Jesus Christ, leave my home right away. In the name of Jesus Christ, leave my mom, bro.
You're clearly giving entity or whatever it may be exactly what it wants when you sound so afraid like that. So that's unfortunate. Saging is very important for your house.
Because you don't know the history of the Catholic Church. They took it upon themselves to take books out of the Bible, right? And they gave you 66. God didn't give you 66 because within the 66 there's other books mentioned. That's right. And you can see it's a very old Bible. But all the books is in here. Yeah. See this big old heavy Bible? Yeah. That's a big one too. There's a big. Now this Bible from 1611. 1611. Wow. And got all the books in here. This big old Bible.
The Bible is widely respected as the inspired word of God, but there has long been debate about which books were included and which books were left out. These excluded texts, often called the lost books or the Apocrypha, have sparked many questions. In this video, we'll explore the history and importance of these books, why they were removed, and how Gina Jennings approaches them in his collection of the Holy Scriptures. The term lost books is somewhat misleading. These books were not lost in the sense of being physically misplaced. Rather, they were excluded or removed from the Bible. Many of these books were originally part of the Hebrew Scriptures and widely used during the time of Jesus and the Apostles. The Apocrypha includes books such as Tobit, Judith, Wisdom of Solomon, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, Baruch, 1st and 2nd Esdras, 1st and 2nd Maccabees, Ben and the Jagan, the Book of Joshua, Susanna, Esther, and the Epistles of Jeremiah. These texts often contain historical or moral teaching that complements with the 66 books of the Bible.
I think we all know why they removed those. It's mainly because of kings and queens and positions of powers centuries ago, and they didn't like what was in the book, so they took it out. So it's unfortunate, but you know, humans always ruining stuff, right?
What is this? He's supposed to be the most evil man in history. And to be honest with you, he don't look like a man to me. The hell is going on here? His name was Oto Madic. He was a lawyer in the 1900s, and he was known for never losing a case in his entire career. Of course he didn't lose, he's not human. And during his career, he made millions of dollars. How he did that? By sabotaging his opponents. You know they don't play fair. And that led to none of his opponents showing up in court. So you know what that means. He won by default. Now this shit was going on for years until other lawyers accused him for making their clients disappear. They caught on to him and started to realize that every time their clients faced this guy in court, right before the court date, they would never be seen again. And you already know they called the boards on him, but they had no evidence of what he was doing. So he couldn't be held responsible. So then they made up a sting operation and created a fake trial. And a defendant that they kept 24-hour surveillance on. And right before the trial, they caught his ass driving back and forth in front of the decoy's house. You know what he was trying to do. But that same night, he saw the undercover and left the scene. They chased him, but he got away. Why? Because he's not human. Dude was never seen again. Word is he left the country on the Titanic. If you ask me, he left in a UFO. Or he went right back in the ocean. TikTok is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know if this story is real or not, but this is very interesting. Oto Madic, whatever it is. This ain't nothing but an FA in plain sight. I wonder where he went. But I know where I'm about to go. I'm out of here.
This cryptid here and this documentation, which a field camera was used, it was seen in an area, and a colleague of mine from a major university set up a field camera, and this is what they got. Now, this is known as a rock person or rock people. They can eat rock. They're found around cliffs, large boulders. They are real. and other colleagues of mine from some major universities, we testify that this is a real documentation. This is a rock person indeed.
The goddess of destruction.
So this is CERN at daytime. Hello, let's go. And let's zoom in. Switch to 3D. Zoom in. If you go there to CERN building 41, go over to this place here. Go on this point here. Click to this point. Now here we go. And then just turn over. You're seeing the Shiva statue, the goddess of destruction, right here at CERN. Isn't it a little bit weird? And if you want to know what they are doing at night, then you just need to take a look at my video, one below this video. Take a look at the other video below this one.
Really make you wonder what CERN is even doing, right? If they have a statue of Shiva, and on top of that, if you have been watching my channel for a long time, I actually showed a ritual with people in red robes doing something at CERN. It's a lot of weird stuff going on there, but the Shiva thing is just very ironic to me.
The remote control program that gives you graphical control of the machine, turn the resolution right down, turn it down to I think 4-bit color. And then on the desktop of the NAS machine, navigate it to the folder, double click on the first image. The application launches, the image comes up on the screen, but it's still very, very slow. And what I saw, I was hoping to see exactly what she was describing, saucers and very definite imagery. And what instead I saw was, I assume was the Earth. This was in sort of shades of grey, but you had the Earth's hemisphere, I think about 2/3 of the screen. And then halfway between the top of the hemisphere and the bottom of the picture, there was a classic sort of cigar-shaped object, but with these other sort of golf ball domes, geodesic domes, above, below, and this side, and I assume the other side as well, so to the left and right as well. And with very slightly flattened cigar ends. No seams, no rivets, no sort of telemetry or antennae or anything like that.
The elites have secret tunnels all over the world. Check this out, y'all. This is the most random place to have a tunnel. The question is, what are they doing in these tunnels? Or where do they lead to? The elites have secret tunnels all over the world, y'all. People go missing in the forest all the time. Maybe, just maybe, they didn't get lost. I think some people actually stumble across these tunnels. They don't want us to know what's really going on, y'all. As always, thanks for watching. Stay weird.
It reminds me of a video game called Tales of Abyss. It was a PS2 RPG, and long story short, you had people who lived like Hollow Earth. They were like the original people. Some stuff went down, so they had to go underground. And new people, pretty much clones, lived on the surface of the sun. But eventually, the people in Hollow Earth was planning on coming back up to pretty much, I wouldn't say wipe the clones out, but something like that. I never beat the game, but it's a very fascinating story.
I'll see you in the next one.
People are shocked after finding out that Subway don't actually use bread for their sandwiches. Check this out. In a decision shocking to those familiar with the popular footlong at Subway, an Irish Supreme Court have ruled that Subway bread isn't actually bread. In Subway's bread recipe, sugar makes up 10% of the weight of the flour, and the law doesn't deem that as acceptable. In other words, the Irish Supreme Court found out that Subway's bread is legally closer to cake than it is actual bread. So, in other words, because Subway bread has so much sugar technically is actually classed as confectionery. People are even more shocked that a 6-inch sub and just the bread contains between 3 and 5 grams of sugar, and then a foot long will contain between 9 and 11 grams of sugar. Now, in my personal opinion, I definitely will not be eating Subway after finding out these results, but a lot of people will still eat Subway, but due to the cost of living crisis, it is getting more and more expensive, the reports have found. So people, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you still eat Subway after finding out that the bread is technically a cake or confectionery? I don't think I'm going to eat it anymore after finding out.
People still eat Subway? I haven't eaten that in like 8 years. Ever since they got rid of the $5 footlong, the prices have been insane. I think like a footlong, if I had to guess, probably what, $15 now, something like that, to get low quality meat, low quality bread, low quality old ingredients. No thank you. Surprised they still in business.
Don't worry. Hello? Who's there? Who is it? I know you're out there. Might have just been a fox or something.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah. Scared. Oh my god. What was that? What was that?
Who's there? Sorry, come in, get inside! Get inside! Get inside! Sorry, go lock the doors, go lock the doors. Go to the front door, go to the front door and lock that door. Lock that door. Sally, get to your room. I think whatever it was. Oh!
This situation in New Jersey, where these drones are flying in the sky every night, is a serious thing. So serious that the FBI is investigating it. I saw a video from a person who lives in Morris Township, New Jersey, who said these drones come out every night, only at night, but every night. And they're big, like the size of a small car. And no one seems to know why these drones are out or what they're doing. A couple of things. I would be completely freaked out if every night where I lived, drones the size of cars were flying by. Second thing, are the media and the authorities just calling UFOs drones now? If they're not sure what something is in the sky, unidentified flying object, are they just saying it's a drone now? And these things have been seen by thousands of people on the East Coast. They've gotten pictures, they've gotten videos. And like I said, while the authorities, including the FBI, are taking this serious, for some reason they're saying you've got nothing to worry about. Now, I don't know about you, but when have car-sized drones flying around neighborhoods just become part of normal life? I got a feeling, just a feeling, that there's way more to this than we're being told. Let me know what you think, Booshkies, in the comment section. Shabadoo!
I think that as part of a conditioning personally, I do believe that Project Blue Beam could be true. But there's been a lot of videos of New Jersey with drones. Probably like 1/4 of the videos I had in the past 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure came from New Jersey. And now the FBI is asking people for help. So you know it gotta be crazy that FBI asking public for help. Make you wonder what happened, what type of freak accident would cause something like that.
Don't forget to follow me for your dose of nightmare fuel.
Call you back, Habibi. What in the world? What is that? What the heck? I don't know what that is.
Is this human-sized bat for real? And if it is real, is it the biggest bat in the world? I found this photo of a supposed human-sized bat. Surely it can't be real, can it? Ben, this picture has not only gone viral all over the internet. If we zoom in on the picture, we see this giant hanging from a roof. Its wings are folded across its body very smoothly. Its head is at the bottom, and it has its eyes closed as if it's asleep. Thanks to a number of news articles, including this one from Science Alert, we now know the original picture is from the Philippines and was first posted on Reddit a few years ago by user Secundas. As it turns out, this bat is called a giant crowned flying fox. It's one of the largest bat species in the world. Man, if I saw something like that when I walked out of my house, I'd be like, nope, not going out today. Just gonna stay home and call the animal police. Okay guys, take another look at this thing and let me know what you think.
Did you know that if you get bit by a bat, you can't feel it, and you know they carry rabies? You feel.
Oh my goodness, people in Washington, D.C. are starting to freak out after an ex-Air Force officer took this video of all these UFOs hovering over the Capitol in D.C. That's not even the craziest part. People are speculating, big people are speculating, that the extraterrestrials are trying to plan a coup up against us. And that's still not even the craziest part. By the way, have you seen any of these lately in the sky? Because they've been everywhere every day for months. The New York Times says it's already happening. And allegedly the CIA is saying a whole bunch of extraterrestrials are walking around with us looking just like us in human skin.
CIA currently estimates that on planet Earth there are now 30 million ET human hybrids on our planet.
And for anybody that thinks they're still projections, they're literally biological beings created by the fallen angels and mankind to hold the spirits of demons.
Nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam, what is that?
You don't walk in the forest at night for this exact reason. You don't even engage, you just go the other way.
Have you guys ever heard of the anti-Cautionary mechanism? No. So listen to this. In 1901, there was these divers off the coast of Greece. They found this box with ancient Greek items, all the stuff that came from ancient Greece. And they pulled out, it was just like this giant rusted block. and it had mechanisms. The gears that were in this thing, they did not have that technology yet.
Oh no.
They started doing more research on this thing. When they did it, they realized it was way more complex than they thought. There was a user manual guide. It was written in ancient Greek, so that's proof that it was from ancient, and it was basically supposed to be a automated dial system, place like you could wind it up to 10 years and know exactly where the sun is going to be, where the moon's going to be. They could, to a T, predict when there was going to be a solar eclipse. Arthur C. Clarke, who's the author of Space Odyssey, he said, if the ancient Greeks knew of the capabilities of technology they created, they could have gone to the moon in 300 years. And he says, and now we would be exploring the stars.
If you ancient humans had more technology and knowledge than we are led to believe.
Really went to the moon and spent $200 billion, you would never destroy the technology. But one of the clips we have is them saying that they intentionally destroyed all of the equipment to go to the moon. All the diagrams, all the hardware, all the schematics, all the original telemetry of where the rocket was at the time, and all the original videotapes. Ron Howard's grandfather warned him the moon landings were fake. He didn't listen. He wanted to make an IMAX movie. He went to NASA, said, give me all the originals so I can transfer it to HD, and project it at 120 feet wide. They said, give us a couple of days. And in those days, they lost every single original videotape from every single Apollo mission. Now, if you really went to the moon and spent $200 billion, the last thing you would do is destroy that technology. But if you perpetrated a fraud, that's exactly what you would do.
So either they didn't go, or they did go, and they went to the moon, and there was something there that told them, if you come back here, there's going to be some serious problems. And that's why they never went back. I feel the same way about the deep sea as well. They went down there, saw something they had no business seeing, and they said, you come back again, there's going to be some problems. Imagine it's chasing you if you were a criminal. This person got crazy skills, you need to get hired. That's the future right there, something like that, chasing criminals.
Yo, this shit is weird as fuck, bro. There's just a pillar of light, orange fucking light in the sky. And I don't know if you can catch it on the camera, but there's like other ones over there too. That's not an artifact on my fucking camera, bro. That is just lights shining straight up into the sky. What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Everything happening nowadays, I'm just waiting for a mothership to come and just present itself and actually start talking to humans at this point.
Hey y'all, are we about to have a tornado? What's going on in Georgia? I'm in.
Imagine you come into the bathroom 3 o'clock in the morning, you gotta use the bathroom, so you sit down on the toilet and you do your business, and then before you about to close it, that thing is just coming out the toilet. That's so disgusting. That and rats coming through toilets always was a big fear of mine, especially mainly rats. Snakes probably wouldn't happen that much, but rats, That could definitely happen, especially if you live in like the city or something. I've seen videos of it.
Oh my gosh. He's talking.
I wasn't crazy.
No! What the heck? That's crazy.
Yeah.
What else could it say?
I don't know. I don't even know
Tweet,
what he's
tweet,
saying.
tweet.
Tweet, tweet. The bird is actually...
It is talking. I swear to God.
We have video.
Listen. Oh!
He's so cute.
Is it real?
I don't know. Is it like a robot? Like, because that's a pretty good moving robot.
What?
Why is a bird? Yeah, say something.
Are you afraid of me? Wait.
It's like saying something talk about. Look, its eyes look
Ew,
like
it just
cameras.
peed. Wait, it just peed. It just pooed.
I know.
Did you snap back into it, bro?
Oh my gosh.
All right, we gotta go, guys. This is getting weird.
Careful, Willow.
Okay, yeah, I was scared of him. Like,
dude, get out of here. Whoa!
Is that bird saying? But it made me think about, could you imagine being the first human that saw like any bird that can talk like a parrot? You walking in the forest and you hear something talking, and then you try to go back and tell your friends and they think you're crazy, and they probably say you possessed or you're like a witch or something. Crazy. That is not what I'm hoping that's not what I think it is.
ये जमीन के अंदर से आवाज आ रही है, वहीं से आवाज आ रही है। क्यों 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 क्या हुआ? हाथ पे खड़ा क्या? हाथ पे खड़ा क्या? क्या कर? क्या यहाँ पर यार ऐसा कोई चीज है? जहाँ से आवाज आ रही है कहाँ से? ये नोट करो। इधर है हाँ? हाथ लगी है।
I'm sorry, if the portal of hell existed there, why are you messing with it? Do you not hear those screams? You need to leave.
Time out, yo. The missing part of the pyramid is what's on the dollar bill. I don't know why I never thought about that till now, but I feel like there's something about that shit. Hold on, look at this video real quick, y'all. And supposedly it's something written at the top of the pyramid, y'all. So I took a screenshot and I zoomed in, and you can see that there is something written at the top, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I just find it very strange, y'all, that the all-seeing eye on the dollar bill is basically that. Then we ask ourselves, why does America even have a pyramid on the back of the dollar bill? And specifically this one, because there are a lot of different pyramids and shit like that, all different shapes and shit. I feel like I'm on my national treasure shit right now. Y'all trying to figure it out. Because, you know, nobody could just stand up there and read that shit. Very interesting. Wait up!
I used to always think that too. Why is it a pyramid on the back of our dollar bill? Maybe what people are saying that America is Egypt, and when they talk about it in the stories. I never knew it was writing on top of the pyramid, but that's very interesting. This video is from a person who sent it to me through email. So it's supposed to be a mosquito, but it's some type of small creature or bug or whatever parasite on this mosquito. I have no idea what this could be, so let's take a look. And shout out to the person who sent it. If you have a video that you think would be interesting enough and you want to share on the channel, make sure you send it to vandalthon@gmail.com. While making a video, I did research to see if I could find any information on what was on that mosquito. For me researching, it could possibly be the larva stage of a water mite. Apparently water mites are really, really, really small and they attach to mosquitoes. So I'm assuming that's what it is, or could be some type of parasite. I'm not sure, but regardless, thank you for the video.
You gotta be kidding me. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. There's a full-on. There's a plane. Here's the orb. My hand's shaking really bad. It is freezing cold. What the hell, Dad? Literally a plane right now.
that Gotham or something with the music. They're like Mothman.
Always come back.
If they are leaving, it's because of us. Trust.
6 miles on.
I'm starting to wonder if 3/4 of the country has underground tunnels like that.
This is why you should never touch jellyfish. Even after it's dead, cell structure is maintained. It can still sting you, which can cause intense pain, allergic reaction, even make you go crazy enough to jump back into the ocean with more jellyfish.
What's that sound? Can you hear it? From over there.
It's all fun and games until it gets upgraded to have AGI, and that eventually becomes Skynet because we're using them as slave labor. A lot of stuff up in the sky nowadays. It make you really wonder if something really about to go down. It's just too perfect timing, in my opinion. That makes sense. Definitely can see it.
I understand. I'm gonna need you to step out so we can check the residence.
Woo, no thank you. If I am that police officer, I am slowly backing away from that door and saying, ma'am, I think I've got the wrong address. Once I get back to my car, I am calling for backup, an investigator, forensics, and a priest. Now, I am fully aware that here in America, you are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, either by a judge or a jury, whichever one you choose. And I also believe that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But I believe there are exceptions to every rule. Guilty. Spoiler alert, you know what they're going to find when they get in that house? That's the most terrifying shit I've seen in a long time. The only thing this video is really missing is Lester Holt narrating it. I can't wait to see this episode of Dateline. It's going to be lit. You know, I'm always the first one to say, let's keep an open mind, give her a chance, but after she said, nope, guilty. She opened that door up like she was just waiting for her next DoorDash victim to arrive. Looked like the kind of person that would open the door and be like, do you like basements? No, thank you.
There's a look like Baba Yaga, if you know the mythology of that witch, I guess.
Pixar movie that predicted the United Healthcare shit.
What?
Yeah, a Pixar movie, bro.
Wait,
it's one we all watched.
What's the one? Bruno?
No, bro. No, fam. And the main character in the movie was the one denying the healthcare. Whoa, check this shit out. Yo.
Name me Inside Out,
No. Toy Story.
No. What is
Alright,
it?
it's too much. The Incredibles. Watch this. Watch this. You remember this scene where he was working in an office job and he was working under a boss, remember?
Yeah.
Listen.
Are you saying we shouldn't help our customers? The law requires that I answer no. We're supposed to help people. We're supposed to help our people! Starting with our stockholders, Bob! Who's helping them out, huh?
Keep watching. Denying the healthcare. Denying the claim.
Understand, I have full coverage.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Hoganson, but our liability is spelled out in here.
Yo, this is crazy.
Pay for this?
Yeah, pay for that. Yeah, fam. Yo. So it was all predicted in the future, bro. It was all predicted.
But that was like a side scene too. Like obviously, fans are
and that was in Deadass incredible. But we didn't bag it as kids. Now that we're adults, now we see the evil that is, right?
Yeah.
Now check this out, right? It's like there's more of those movies that have those little instances.
Which ones?
Where they're just trying to leak out more info or trying to spill out a message about what's going on in society, but it's hidden and packaged differently. Packaged differently in these films. One of them being right beside it is A Bug's Life.
Bug's Life.
Check this out. So in Bug's Life, right? There was the grasshoppers that were controlling everyone, and they had all the other insects, all the ants had to work for them. Remember?
Yeah.
Check this out.
Bug's Life. It's always in the kids' movies, man.
Right here.
Pay for this?
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand.
That's it.
Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
Crazy. That's a higher up.
It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in
line. Crazy.
I don't even remember that. I don't remember that. I don't remember.
And that's all in the kids' films, though, but we didn't realize it.
I remember that very vividly when I was younger, because it made me think about how the world was back then. And I don't remember I remember the credible ones, but I guess I forgot about it until I saw the scene.
What in the glitch is going on?
I think that's their skin.
I don't know. That's kind of weird. That's...
Like, put your hand over the tank.
Oh, that's sick!
The sky isn't looking pretty at all. Ooh. Straight.
I think she's lagging in real life. What is happening?
What? What? Oh.
What in...
These may be the actual groups secretly controlling the world. Check this out, y'all.
In Europe, the groups were called circles, and you had your circle of friends. There were 5 circles of friends, America being one of them. Italy, France, Germany, England, America. The 5 circles of friends. They were called in the European Freemasonry the Olympiads. So that today, the Olympiad organization's symbol is 5 circles, the 5 Masonic circles of friends. Other symbols on Freemasonry, the torch, of course the Olympic torch is the torch of Prometheus, the god who stole fire for the the surface of man. And as we said in New York, in front of Rockefeller Plaza, you'll see the statue of Prometheus. In his hand is a flame, the torch, the fire of revolution. On the Mercury head dime, in the back of the dime, you'll find the torch of illumination. It's still there today. The Statue of Liberty has the torch. In all universities and colleges, we find in their symbols and emblems of universities have torches standing for illumination of the Illuminati. As a matter of fact, when you are a graduate from a university, you become an alumni, which is taken from, obviously, Illuminati. You become an Illuminati. You become illuminated.
Call me dumb, yeah, but I don't understand how this works. So this is below, and there's buildings and houses, then there's a bridge. And on this bridge, there's buildings and houses on top. So are the buildings built on the bridge?
The mud flood, many say, was a deliberate attempt to wipe out Tartaria from history, hiding their advanced technology and knowledge. During the early 19th century, strange events were reported worldwide. Cities were being dug out from layers of mud and debris. Buildings were being revealed that were covered to their rooftops in mud. A global cataclysmic event buried entire civilizations, erasing them from history. But here is where it gets rather unsettling. The Tartarian Empire, an empire often depicted in old maps, was an advanced civilization that existed across Europe and Asia. They built architectural marvels, had access to advanced technology, and were able to harness energy from the atmos.
Who were the Tartarians? The official history is hiding a major world power which existed as late as the 19th century. Tartary was a country with its own flag, its own government, and its own place on the map. Its territory covered most of the modern world we know today, yet somehow it was ever so quietly incorporated into Russia and some other countries.
Like that would have way more dust on the gold, and I know I wouldn't touch that. Have they not seen movies about things like this? You don't touch that. Yeah, I feel like I have more dust on it personally.
나는 해. 나 또 나는 해. 맞아. 괜찮아. 괜찮아. 머리 이렇게.
The CIA has been putting toppings on your pizza and is one of the sole reasons that Domino's has a 3-cheese pizza. You see, back in the day, the dairy industry was not doing good. Prices inflated like crazy. No one could afford to buy dairy, and the farmers were going absolutely bankrupt. What did the government do? They bought literally all of the cheese. They bought all of it. Now behind me is one of the cheese caves. They bought so much cheese that they had to convert old limestone mines into caves to store all of this cheese, refrigerated, all kinds of things, but they filled all of the caves up. They didn't know what to do with the cheese, and they decided, we're just going to keep buying it. And in came government cheese, something you probably haven't heard of, but I'd bet money that your parents have. See, Reagan was really big on giving this cheese out, not only because they kind of had to, they didn't have anything else to do with it, but it was also a good way to help people. Hey, we have cheese that's old and moldy, let's give it to the population. Now, like I said, they have 1.4 billion pounds of cheese, which is a lot, and understanding the difference between a million and a billion is already hard to perceive, so let me educate you on how much cheese this actually is. Now, like I said, 1.4 billion pounds of cheese with a B. A million seconds ago was 11 days ago. A billion seconds ago was 33 years ago. It is such an astronomical difference. Now, lucky for you, I used to be a freight broker, so I understand logistics pretty well. Each semi-truck can hold 44,000 pounds of goods before it is legally overweight. So each one can hold 44,000 pounds of cheese. And dividing that by 1.4 billion nets you 272,000 trucks to fill up these cheese caves, and they didn't stop buying it after that. They kept buying cheese. Over 250,000 trucks delivered. That's insane. That's almost 2 semi-trucks per person in Long Beach. Long Beach is huge and has tons of people in it. There is so much cheese that the government has that they're just holding out on us. It is bizarre. I mean, I have to give a big shout out to the CIA and the government for doing all this weird shit in the past because it is what fuels my content, but this is something so far beyond anything I could have thought of. That is fucking weird. Now, Reagan was a big part in creating government subsidiaries to help off this cheese. One of the people they did it to was Domino's. See, Domino's was not doing very good. The government gave them $12 million to start marketing their 3-cheese pizzas and other things related to it. And by 2010, they had a 6-cheese pizza with 2 additional pizzas in the crust that was financed by the government via a $12 million marketing campaign. But you see, the problem didn't end here. People do not consume dairy like they used to. Skim milk became very popular. That's where you skim the fat off the milk, and they're left with all this milk fat, which, guess what? The government bought it and started making it into more cheese. What the fuck is their obsession with cheese? I am in a rabbit hole about cheese storage in the government. I don't know. Now, with about 1/3 of the US population being lactose intolerant and way less of them consuming dairy on a regular basis, you'd think they stopped producing as much dairy. Well, you're wrong. They started producing way more dairy. Guess who bought it? The government bought it. What the fuck? I know this is way shorter and way different than my normal videos, but I don't know why. I have a passion behind this, and they're fucking cheese. This is infatuating. I don't know why, but I love you guys all, and thank you.
Have you heard of the 80-year theory? Basically, there's this theory that every 80 years, there's a crucial change that ultimately changes humanity. We're coming up on 2024. 80 years ago was 1944.
Oh, geez.
World War II. 80 years before 1944, 1864 was the Civil War. 80 years before that was 1784, which was the end of the Revolutionary War and America becoming the United States.
Oh boy.
And so he's like, what's going to happen in 2024?
Dude.
If we're sticking to this 80-year theory.
Dude.
But he brought up like AI and stuff. He's like, AI didn't exist.
There's so much. That's got to be the most drastic change out of all the 80s. I just saw on TikTok, there's this girl who's like an orthodontist or something, and she's pretty popular on TikTok. She's verified and everything. She just saw a video of somebody having a product for oral care, and it's her at the bottom.
What?
Using her voice and her face and her body and everything to endorse that product.
What?
How is this?
Yeah.
How is this legal?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
We're
saying.
doing with permission.
Yeah, it's wild. And so it's going to get so much worse. And there's no way of stopping it unless you have a full shutdown.
It's too late. AI is in everything.
You're not going to be able to stop.
Yeah, I don't know how they will stop AI unless they heavily regulate it. It's a website called HeyGen that pretty much allowed you to take your own avatar and make it talk. So I personally can tell the difference because it lacks emotion in his voice. But if you had a monotone voice like I do and was just sitting here like this, or maybe it was on TikTok, you might be able to get away with it and people believe that it's real. But I've seen a few YouTube channels that's like that, and I can immediately tell that it's Hagen. So I find AI and tools like that very fascinating because I'm heavy into tech. I go to school for software engineering, so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go to school for it, so I can learn more about AI and potentially robotics, because that always just fascinated me. I used to work in robotics, so.
Is there a great difference between the top of the world and the bottom of the world?
There is. Now, the North Pole is the center of an ocean 10,000 feet deep. The South Pole, the center of a plateau, 10,000 feet high. The North Polar Sea is surrounded by continents that are slightly frozen. The Antarctic continent is surrounded by a belt of ice, frozen seas of at least 1,200 miles thick. Now, the South is a plateau. It gets, in some places, 14,000 feet up. I've been over areas about 13,000, and it's a little bit chilly up there. So there's that big difference between the top and bottom of the world. The North really isn't very cold up there on the Arctic Ocean.
Not compared to the South. Admiral Byrd, we often hear it said that our young Americans now aren't as hardy as their forefathers. Do you think that Americans do measure up to the standards, the physical standards and morale standards of the past?
I do. I don't believe that. I think they're just as hardy.
Well, what would you say was the most valuable factor on expedition? Is it morale, or physical courage, or is it sheer equipment?
Well, I've always thought that loyalty was by far the most important trait. The British told me that when I first went down in 28, that I couldn't possibly get through the winter night without a mutiny if I took more than 20 men. But to serve science, I had to take 42 men. Then I took 56 the next time, and so on. So, and I did find that loyalty was the most important thing during the winter night when it's very hard on your nerves. I think that's right.
That's a very valuable characteristic at any time. Well, thank you very much, Admiral Byrd.
They don't want you to know why some cats have slit eyes.
Check this out, y'all.
They're slitted pupils. Do you know how rare that is in the animal kingdom? Lions do not have slitted pupils. They're round just like ours. Tigers don't have slitted pupils either, nor do jaguars. Now this is kind of the weird thing, because I kind of thought that a domesticated house cat came from a big cat at some point down the line. But if they don't have slitted pupils like a house cat does, then what does have slitted pupils? Reptiles. Snakes and alligators have slitted pupils. Not any other cat. Now, in many cultures, ancient reptiles were considered to be kind of a trippy creature that had other abilities and senses. The other thing that's weird is that cats hiss like a snake, and they have slitted pupils like a reptile. They also love to eat mice, as do snakes. Now, we know how much the ancient Egyptians loved cats. Cats also have pineal glands. And you notice that cats will do that thing where they'll look in the corner of the room and they make a fuss about what seems to be nothing. It is believed that their eyes enable them to see outside of the visible light spectrum that me and you are bound by. Now, it's not known how a cat has half the attributes of a lion and half the attributes of a snake, but perhaps some genetic tinkering went on many years ago in the ancient world.
What happens in the dark must come to the light. What you know about the petrified forest in Arizona? Oh my days. So check it. They're saying what caused the petrified forest is that it grew over 200 million years ago near waterways. During floods, water forced the trees to be pulled up from the ground. Over time, the wood from the trees became petrified. So let's take a closer look. Have you ever seen anything like that in your life? That looks more than petrified. That looks crystallized or turned into some type of marble. So let me ask you a question. If this has been naturally petrified, who cooked the wood which has been turned into stone into small pieces? And you know what's funny? Everybody's looking in the front, but nobody's looking in the background at the giant tree stumps. Now I want you to compare these pictures. This is Arizona, and this is a mining site. Arizona, this is a mining site. And again, Arizona, and again, this is a mining site. So basically what I'm trying to say is sometime in the past, Somebody cut down these trees with advanced technology which we do not understand and was mining for resources. The question is, who?
That's a good point. It looked like it was man-made. Cut. Oh.
Nothing unusual until you turn your headlights off.
I'm just trying to cut sponges. And they will not. What the fuck? It's mad.
Y'all, I may be immature for this, but why did this crack us up for an entire day trying to make Thanksgiving dinner? Look at.
No fucking joke.
Y'all, if the top of the pot starts spinning, what that mean? Like what I'm supposed to do at this point?
Why is she frozen? Bro, I'm tripping. What the fuck?
The following video is terrifying. Something is drawing this man into the woods. Now, he's about 150 yards in. His home is directly behind him, and he's in a remote area in the mountains. This situation has happened before. He said he's heard a baby crying, and that's what pulled him into the woods. Well, this time around, he hears children. Again, it's a remote area in the mountains. There's nobody out here. There shouldn't be anybody out here with him, much less children playing. But as you listen, you can clearly hear what sounds like a child. Is this some sort of creature or unidentified creature trying to lure him into the woods? Take a look at this footage and tell me what you think.
Listen to this shit. Keep in mind, about 150 yards into a 20-acre wooded area. Listen. There's nothing around. You hear that? That's my dog barking back at my house because he hears it. Y'all still think that shit's a panther? Because I don't. And this is in the middle of the fucking day. I'll be back tonight.
Oh my god, there it is. That's it, right there. The owl statue. Old guard? It says old guard on that.
Hidden in plain sight, this place has sparked countless conspiracy theories and chilling tales, but what really happens here?
God.
Commenters have been quick to share their thoughts. One ominously warns this is where the elite gather to perform rituals, offering sacrifices to Moloch, a dark deity. Another claims, I catered there once. I saw the ritual firsthand, nothing special, but still unsettling. Some believe it's all a cover, with one stating, this place was designed to distract from where the real gatherings take place. Others note the eerie maintenance of the area, freshly cut grass, carefully preserved structures. And then there are those who compare it to infamous footage of hooded figures and roaring fires. Could the stories of sacrifices and secret meetings truly hold weight? Yet, the questions don't stop. Why is the grass still trimmed if they don't meet here anymore? Asks one commenter. Another points out cryptically, this is the old location. The new one is even more hidden. The most chilling comment reads, people in my family attend this. I was warned never to research it again. Whether it's an elaborate conspiracy or a shadow of its former self, Bohemian Grove continues to draw speculation. and fear. What do you think is happening here? Let me know in the comments below.
I still think they go. I say that because a famous YouTuber he actually snuck in and got caught. I forget his name, was like Tal or something. But actually I think maybe Channel 5 too, I'm not sure. But you really think billionaires are meeting up just for fun? Come on now, there's only two things they care about, and fun isn't one of them. It's more of a networking thing.
Spotted in the New Jersey night sky, prompting an FBI investigation and temporary flight restrictions from the FAA. Multiple reports of this unusual aircraft activity around the Trump National Golf Course Club, Bedminster, as well as a U.S. Army ammunition hub in Dover. All right, let's get out to senior national correspondent Brian Enton. Brian, what else are we learning here?
Yeah, it's very mysterious. The FBI and local law enforcement say they're investigating, Nicole, but they have not given an update about exactly where these drones are coming from. Residents in Morris County have been videoing the large drones at night. Here's some of the video here. They've got bright lights. They appear in the sky only at night, apparently. They say the drones started appearing in mid-November. The FBI says there could also be fixed-wing aircraft spotted as part of this investigation. Morris County is just north of the Trump National Golf Club at Bedminster, though there is no evidence that the drones are specifically targeting Trump's property, but the vicinity is certainly raising some eyebrows. The sheriff's office put out a statement acknowledging what residents have been calling in and seeing, and saying there is an active investigation.
They kind of go slow, they come towards you, then they'll change direction a little. They're all going different ways. They're not up for 15 minutes, they're up for hours. Some are very big, probably the size of a car.
So the Federal Aviation Administration has imposed drone flight restrictions in the area while this investigation continues. Police have said there is no threat to public safety, but as you can imagine, Nicole, the residents find it unnerving not knowing exactly where these drones are coming from.
Oh yeah, absolutely, until that mystery is solved.
So y'all remember when we were telling y'all not to upgrade to iOS 18? Well, there was a very good reason why. So apparently there's a global cyber attack that's coming in from China. This is strictly affecting the iPhone and the Android users. They're able to pick up and see what you guys are texting one another. That is so weird, but check this out, y'all. The FBI is warning y'all about this.
To that warning from the FBI to iPhone and Android phone users. This is about the security of your communications. ABC's Alexis Christophorus is here to explain. Alexis, there's a lot of debate between iPhone and Android users, but this is actually serious.
This is big time serious. You're right. Look, texting is a way of life, right? It's sort of second nature for us. Well, now the FBI is warning that if you are texting between an iPhone and an Android, the Chinese government may be able to see your messages. U.S. officials say the Chinese have hacked their way into the SMS system that sends those green bubbled text messages between users of different phone systems. So to keep your text messages safe, cybersecurity experts are recommending using encrypted programs like WhatsApp, Signal, or Telegraph. There are lots of them out there. They also recommend using a cell phone that automatically receives those operating system updates. And be careful not to text sensitive personal information like social security numbers, credit card info, or your passwords. Of course, a foolproof way to protect your texts is just to pick up the phone and call, right? We just don't do that anymore. This FBI warning comes after the White House said a global cybersecurity attack occurred this summer in which they say Chinese hackers breached at least 8 telecom companies, including AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, in order to spy on top U.S. political figures. U.S. officials say they are still trying to help those telecom providers get the hackers off their networks. They don't have a timeline for when that will happen.
It seems that China has done it again. See, that's why Trump banned this Huawei phone that was made by China, because, you know, I guess they wanted to spy on us. And I love how they didn't even tell us what to do, so these people are reading the message between us now. But yes, y'all, I told y'all things are getting a lot more interesting, y'all. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. And let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Peace in.
This celebration going on in Norway. I'm not trying to ruin Christmas for you. I'm just showing you how other people celebrate Christmas around the world. By the way, credit to that guy right there. So this right here, Krampus, is actually a half demon, some other kind of monster that's supposed to come and punish children, and he comes on behalf and with Saint Nick. This story gets a whole lot stranger and a whole lot darker in 1 second. That second is now. You're probably wondering, what does Krampus do to adults? He comes to put people in the chains of bondage. You can't even make this up. Which brings us to Saint Nick. Have y'all ever thought it strange that Santa Claus lives at the North Pole? He sees you when you're sleeping. He sees you when you're awake. He's all-knowing, omnipotent, always there to give someone according to their works. He punishes the children badly with birch rods. And the North Pole, where Santa lives, being omnipotent, they also have the aurora, which the colors mimic that of God's throne. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to make Santa in the likeness of God and an anagram for Satan. Just for fun. And the North Pole, home to Rufus Nigra, the great magnetic mountain of the North. Also on all the maps before the 1700s. I would even argue more protected than Antarctica itself. Wonder why? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
You know what's funny, and this is just a random thought. Did you ever wonder why when you watch Christmas movies, especially when you was a kid, when Santa Claus comes and they leave, he never goes to the next house. He just flies off like miles away. You ever notice that? And also up Norway, they're not very religious. And look up the history of Christmas and you'll know why they're celebrating what they celebrate.
I'll say it once, I'll say it again. It's not the monsters that you need to be worried about when camping in the forests. While out camping, this gentleman leaves for a little bit, but then when he comes back, he ends up finding this guy totally destroying his campsite. Now, the reason that this individual gave was that these were his woods, that this was his forest. But, you know, it's a public forest. It belongs to anybody. There were no trespassing signs. There was no indication that this guy owned anything. He's just losing his mind, apparently. So, he comes back to his tent, he grabs everything he needs, and he plans on hightailing it out of there. Unfortunately, Mr. Gascan here already thought about that and took care of his exit strategy. Now, as far as I know, the original poster of this video has gone kind of silent, but I do know that they did manage to get out okay. And hopefully Mr. Gascan here was able to get some help.
I agree. I think humans are the most terrifying creature or anything on this planet. The thing about other animals, you kind of know what they're about. Humans, you just assume the worst most of the time because, I mean, if you're in the woods by yourself and you see another human, are you really going to be like, hey, how you doing? No. You're probably going to be defensive.
Those huge drones just crashed in Hillsborough, New Jersey, with what looked to be hazmat and police officers surrounding the location of where it crashed. I'm not sure as to how it crashed, but this is crazy. Because where it crashed is located near the same exact spot of which my friend had been arrested just last week. Do keep in mind, apparently he was arrested because he was flying his drone in a no-fly zone. But he was trying to fly his drone up to 3 different drones that were hovering above his home. And when my friend's drone got close to those drones, his drone got hit with some kind of weird pulse, which caused his drone to lose power and crash. And according to his wife, the FBI had actually seized that drone technology of his. There's a guy right now that's recording all of this right now. I'll tag him down below. I'm not sure if you'll still see the live when you see this video, but he's right near the location of where it had crashed. And there's tons of police officers surrounding the area, and there's tons of news stations reporting upon it right now as well. But you can see what looks to be like a mobile command center on his live as well. It's weird. But the craziest part is that the people at the Lowe's across the street from where it had crashed actually reported that when the drone, if we're still calling it that, had crashed, apparently electricity in the area, especially inside of Lowe's, started going crazy. The people that were shopping at that time were reporting that lights in Lowe's were flickering like crazy. And I still don't understand as to how there isn't any answer as to what they could be, and why our government doesn't seem to know. But this situation keeps getting more and more confusing by the day. And if they recovered something from that crash site, I want to know what it was.
We all want to know, but they're not going to tell us. I actually saw a YouTube video of someone who actually traveled to New Jersey to try to get answers. He actually went to the site at the Lowe's where the drone, UAP, whatever you want to call it, crashed at. But, you know, obviously by the time you got up there, it was already gone. They're not going to tell you. Even when he went inside the Lowe's was like, nope, no cameras. We can't tell you nothing. You need to leave.
Hey, stop right now. Stop. Relax.
He just jumped.
John, so he just jumped on the banister again. Relax. What's going on? Why are you jumping like that?
Are you her? What's your name? What's your name? I'm Nick.
Let him take over now. I'm not going to say anything.
What's your name?
But there may be a backup officers with them.
Yeah. What's wrong? Why don't you take a seat for me? What's your name? Do you want to talk outside? What's going on? Are you hurt? You not talking to me is not going to solve anything. We have to figure out what's going on. That's not normal. Do you want to talk to me, or are you just going to stand there? What's his name?
Amish.
Adish?
Amish.
A-N-I-S-H.
Okay. Can you not step towards me, please? Please back up. Hey, relax, relax. I'm not trying to fight you or anything, okay? I gotta make sure you're okay. Or you can sit down and they can come talk to you. You can call the shots, but we just need to find a route to go down so we can help you. That's it. Nobody's in trouble or anything. The fact that you keep moving and shuffling towards me like you're about to swing on me or something is disturbing for me. I see what you're doing. You're trying to get into some type of position to try and flank me or whatever you're trying to do. And we're not going to go down this route, okay? Or you're going to try and run. You're not going anywhere right now, okay? You're being detained for your own safety and for your parents' safety. So stop trying to walk up on me, stay all quiet, and act like you're going to try and hurt me or whatever you're trying to do or be intimidating. Because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not scared of you, okay? So you can either talk to Sergeant Jump here, or me, Officer Nelson, or you can talk to the fire department. We're not leaving. Okay. Stay right there. Stop moving like that. I'm going to put you in handcuffs if you keep doing it.
I'm going to tell you this much. I will place you under arrest for assault. Okay? We have every reason to believe that we are in fear of physical contact with you with what you're doing. You're balling your hand like you're ready to punch someone. You're coming within inches of other people. Are you okay? Are you good?
So I really wish they would show what happened between the car and the house. I think the cops did an excellent job of de-escalating, which is pretty rare, but I don't know about that person, like they possessed by a demon, maybe drugs or something. But usually when we watch videos when it's like a demonic possession, a person be screaming, different voices, stuff like that. It seemed like he was just...
What do you call it, the most powerful church in America?
I will give you an example and show you how powerful the movie theater is in this country. Now, what time does your church meet on the weekend?
Sunday morning.
Let's say I go to your church and preach the morning sermon. Halfway through the sermon, I curse the name of Jesus. Or as some would say, I use the Lord's name in vain. Will that not wake up your congregation? So then I preach a little more and I curse his name again. How would they react to that? Then I preach a little more and I curse his name again. Would the people not be upset? Then I bring up a young couple on the platform and they start to kiss and take their clothes off. right there in church on a Sunday morning. How long do you think your congregation will allow this to go on? Would they not say, this is the most awful thing? To curse the name of Jesus in church? And to have them take off their clothes here in front of everyone? Would they not be appalled? Would they not yell out, stop it? You cannot do this in this place. But yet, I say, 12 hours earlier on Saturday night in a movie theater, when this exact same thing occurs, it is entertainment? My friend, something is wrong. We must make up our mind. It is either entertainment Saturday night in the theater and entertainment Sunday morning in church, or it is most sinful Sunday morning in church and most sinful Saturday night in the theater. This is why I say the movie theater is the most powerful church in America. It's the only place where Christians go to hear the name of Jesus Christ used as a swear word and to watch nakedness and yet pay their money to be entertained.
Never thought of it like that before.
I say this trembling, David. Most people who go to church in America know not Jesus. The Bible says, in the last days, men will become lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God. Is this not the case in America now? Ask yourself, would I go to the movie theater to hear my name cursed? Then why go to the theater to hear his name cursed? David, would you go to the theater to see your daughter naked on the screen? So why go see someone else's daughter naked on the screen? Just great sinfulness in the eyes of God.
I don't know what to say. What can we do?
We must try and turn this all around. Use the movie theater for Jesus. We need dramatic programming on television for the Lord. Use radio to tell others the gospel. Satan does not want any of this to happen and will work to stop anyone who tries to change it. So beware.
I understand.
The media has the power in this country, David. The airwaves, the movies, the music. It is how the enemy is working. Just look around you and observe what really moves the people and influences their lives. Is it not entertainment and the media? They control the people. They have the power.
I'm just curious what movies he watched that shows what he's talking about. And people still go to movie theaters? I don't know anybody who goes to movie theaters nowadays.
So you may have heard a Rothschild passed away in a fire, but did you know he passed away on the 333rd day, and there's 33 days remaining in the year? It gets crazier. It also took firefighters 33 minutes to extinguish the fire. Do with that what you will.
That's very fascinating. Let me tell you a story. It's a conspiracy theory going on right now on ChatGPT. I use it frequently. I use it as a search engine because nowadays to me Google search sucks and the AI overview is horrible. So if you type the name in David Mayer, so M-E-Y-E-R, the response will be like it won't help you. It'll just stop and you'll get an error. I first saw this on Reddit and I tried it for myself. And the first time they was kind of showing me information about the guy, saying that he was a Rothschild and I'm an actor and all that stuff. But eventually it was just like, nope, can't show you the information anymore. So people are speculating that maybe something's weird going on. Maybe there's some type of prophecy thing, or is giving you more questions than answers on why that person's name is blocked. is at a wax museum. Regardless, it's weird that it's animating like that, like realistic.
Well, if I'm guilty was a motherfucker in the dictionary, this man right here, Ashton Kutcher, would represent it very well. Really, bro, you've had it with Hollywood. That's the best kind of cover-up you could do to try to get out of this Diddy scandal. And on top of that, you're moving to Europe, and upon research that I've done, some countries in Europe don't even extradite you to the United States if you're guilty of crimes. How about that? Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Breaking news. A pilot at Manchester Airport has captured what many are calling the clearest photos of a UAP ever seen. The pilot noticed a spherical object during heavy rain and began taking photos. The object, about the size of a small car, appeared to swirl with blue and white colors. Some say you can even see a face in one of the close-up shots. The UAP was spotted hovering 500 to 1,000 feet in the air, completely stationary. Airport security sent a car to investigate on the ground while the pilot captured the moment on camera. The photos were posted on Twitter and quickly went viral on Reddit, with users stunned by the detail. Soon after, the Twitter account that originally posted the images was deleted, and the photos were removed. But it's too late. The photos, a GIF, and even a video of the object have been saved and are spreading everywhere. What do you think? Is this the clearest evidence that aliens are real and they are here?
I don't think that's the clearest evidence because it's not HD. It actually came out in June, and to me, it looked like a mini planet. Very weird, some of the UAPs we're finding nowadays.
This is what Nikola Tesla heard when he tested out his spirit radio. These may not be human voices. How terrifying must that have been? Stay weird, y'all.
If you're enjoying this video, I make videos like this several times a week. It'll be so cool if you hit the subscribe button and come join me on the next one.
Go look at the interview with John McAfee a couple years before he died, where he said,
I donated to many secretaries within the government laptop computers, really nice ones that were preloaded with viral spyware. Within a week, the entire government computer system was under my control. I was watching, monitoring, listening. I was looking for information that they had set me up for that raid. I didn't find it. I did find out that the Minister of National Defense was the largest drug trafficker in all of Central America. And the Minister of Immigration, the largest human trafficker.
You don't think people out here playing chess? You must be delusional.
Well, when it comes to unexplained glitches, one that's been drawing a lot of attention is when Selena Gomez tripped during the Silver Carpet Award in 2022. Check this out. Did you see that? While walking out of a photo shoot, Selena Gomez trips. The security guard then helps her out, and she walks out of there normally. But there's something strange that most internet users seem to have noticed. If you pay close attention and if we zoom in on the video, you'll see that her foot appears to bend in a way that it's not supposed to. And this caught a lot of attention. While some believe that this is possibly a glitch in the simulation, others theorize that there's something else going on here. But I'm not too sure about this one. It could just be a matter of perspective and camera angle. But I want to know your thoughts. What do you really think is going on here? Is this possibly a glitch or something else? And why are so many people capturing these moments on camera? What's your take?
Wait, so in 2009, this web bot made a prediction that Donald Trump would definitely be president in 2016. Then that same bot predicted that Donald Trump would be on a podcast with Joe Rogan. But guess what else it predicted? It predicted that 39 days after that podcast, we'll have an alien war. I don't think you heard me. I said it predicted that 39 days after that podcast, we'll have an alien war. Do you know when 39 days after that podcast is? December 3rd. Mind you, there has been more sightings than a little bit. Daily. I'm talking about in New York. I'm talking about in North Carolina. I'm talking about in Colorado. I'm talking about every place you could think about it. There has been sightings, allegedly. I mean, now you do the homework, but up until this point, that bot has been correct. December 3rd. What's going to happen on December 3rd? Shit is crazy.
Project Blue Beam. But in all seriousness, today's December the 3rd. I mean, I looked outside. I didn't see any aliens fighting in the space or in the sky. But that don't mean they're not fighting somewhere we can't see. I guess if you don't see any more videos, I guess it is alien war, huh?
Why, you should never have a mirror next to your bed. This woman came back home and found her closet door that she normally makes sure to keep shut, open. She calls James to see if he left it open, but he says he didn't, so she checks her security camera and sees this. The closet door slides open as if someone or something unseen was opening it. Now, at the time, her bedroom door was closed and no one was inside. So is it possible that it was a ghost? Or was it somehow just the wind?
To get weirder, and finally, it's going to be so weird that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is. And at that point, novelty theory can come out of the woods, because eventually people are going to say, what the hell is going on? It's just too nuts. It's not enough to say it's nuts. You have to explain why it's so nuts. So between now and 2012, the next 14 years, I look for the invention of artificial life, the cloning of human beings, possible contact with extraterrestrials, possible human immortality, and at the same time, appalling acts of brutality, genocide, race baiting, homophobia, famine, starvation, because the systems which are in place to keep the world sane are utterly inadequate to the forces.
This is how electricity is being generated in Japan simply by people walking. Let me explain. In Tokyo, one of the busiest cities in the world, special black tiles have been installed along many walking paths. Each time someone steps on these tiles, they capture the kinetic energy from the footstep and convert it into electricity, helping to power the city. This is made possible by a smart technology called piezoelectricity. Just one step can generate enough power to light up to 10 bulbs for 20 seconds. This innovative approach is catching on globally, with several countries in Europe and beyond adopting it. Some are even installing these tiles on football pitches and playgrounds where there's constant movement, maximizing energy production.
Put that in the gym. Somebody running the treadmill. Let them get paid while they work out. And we're getting free energy. Kinetic energy is a wonderful thing.
There's this physicist, his name is Miguel Alcubierre, and he conceived the calculations for a theoretical ship that could travel faster than the speed of light.
That a human being could sit inside of?
Right, yes. It's a theoretical thing, but he's apparently figured out the equations to make it successful.
Okay.
This is where it gets tripped, because physics say you can't travel faster than the speed of light, but this ship, it stays still. In the universe, the cosmos travels past it. It doesn't move, and the cosmos move around it. It creates its own space-time bubble, doesn't defy the laws of physics. So it would be like a gravitational wave-making machine that compresses the ocean of space-time in front of it and expands that ocean in its weight. So it's just basically just like sitting still, and the cosmos are just going. With this equation, they said that you can travel 6 trillion miles in the blink of an eye, because the cosmos, the universe, galaxies are moving that fast.
6 trillion miles.
Are we sure he did any math on this, or he just used his imagination and said...
Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about, so it has to be somewhat legit.
This photo that Kendall Jenner shared is very spooky. The cake that she shared the photo of says, "Witches don't age." And this is more truth in plain sight, because if you know exactly what she is talking about when she says witches don't age. People really need to wake up and realize exactly what is going on. Again, I can't tell you exactly what is going on here, but if you know what she is referring to with this. It is more truth in plain sight from these people. These people have to constantly show you and tell you what they are about over and over and over again. It is repetition with these people. Wake up.
If you have not heard about the national warning that was recently issued to all Apple users about this disabled warning, you need to be paying close attention. So basically, Apple has announced to over 2 billion of its users this latest scam using Apple ID and claiming that it's been suspended. Be sure to add me because I'm going to be posting updates about this as soon as we learn more. Now, what makes these emails so hard to spot is the fact that they use your username and they make it look like you're just entering in your password to confirm your identity. And experts go on to warn that these emails are incredibly close to the real thing because they are AI generated. The text will read that Apple has noticed suspicious activity on your account and it needs further action to be able to protect yourself. Apple's main concern in their warning is to educate all users that they will never ask for your login information to any website. What's even crazier is that Apple has identified a second scam where people are trying to warn you about your storage being full, so you need to click a link in order to be able to have a free upgrade. Do not do this. Keep in mind that scammers will often convey a desire to help you to resolve an immediate problem. Keep you guys updated about anything happening in the news, especially when it's something this important, so be sure to add me and come back tomorrow for an update.
Let me tell you a little secret when dealing with things like that. Instead of following through, like clicking the link, taking your password in, call the official company customer service and talk to them. Because a lot of times that will resolve everything. You will find out that it's fake or if it's real.
I bet you didn't catch this about the movie Wicked. Look at Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo before they were cast in this feature film. Now here's the crazy part. Look at them now. After 2 years of production, they don't look well. When the filming of this movie started, Ariana seemed happily married, and so did her co-star Ethan Slater, even welcoming a baby boy with his then wife. However, now both Ariana and Ethan are divorced and are a couple. And that's not all. Sometime in the middle of this, Ariana publicly declared that she was not only playing a witch, but that she actually became one.
You are a witch?
I am indeed. The witchiest witch. This is what happens when you give the devil a foothold. When you give him an inch, he takes a mile. This movie isn't about good sister witches. It's about women being influenced by demonic spirits, in complete rebellion against God. The soil you plant yourself in will either grow you or destroy you. Subscribe for daily truth.
Tell that to all the theater kids that's going to go see that and are crying because it's so good. I'm not a fan of musicals. I have no desire to see it. So, but I will say this, Grande, ever since recent years, looked like she went from age 22 to like 38 in less than like 6 months. One could say it's because her hair, she dyed her hair blonde, she's skinnier now, but all of a sudden she just looked really old. Did that, they're going to have serious problems with us humans now.
Hello? 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 Oh my God! What the f is that?
Can you believe that the explosion that just happened in Miami shook people's homes? This is breaking news. This is happening in Miami, Florida, and it is massive. They have an explosion. Footage is pouring in from all over. The locals that took the footage across the bay literally had their houses shake. That's how big it was. And what news is saying is it was some kind of car fire inside a shipping container.
Now you won't let go.
Oh, that place looks beautiful.
Do you know why you're not meant to dry your hands in the public toilet? I'm sure you've seen that video where a guy dried a petri dish under a hot air dryer in a bathroom and he showed the bacteria and it looks disgusting, like look at all that. Well, after that went viral, it prompted a couple of universities to find out where is all that garbage bacteria coming from. According to the University of Connecticut and Harvard Health, that bacteria is not actually coming from within the hand dryer. That bacteria is actually in the air in the toilet, and that hand dryer is pulling in all that air and blowing it onto your hands. So whether or not you dry your hands, when you go into that restroom, according to Harvard Health, you're going to be walking into something called a fecal cloud in the toilet. You gotta be breathing in that fecal cloud too. To give you a minuscule amount of hope, these studies were conducted in a health science building restroom, so hopefully this does not apply to all other public toilets. Unfortunately, the bacteria on these petri dishes aren't pathogenic and they don't cause diseases. Well, I hope they don't. So whenever you walk into the toilet, you're breathing in poop air. You're breathing in fecal cloud.
When I used to work at Starbucks, they had a Dyson air dryer. I'm sure you've seen them put your hands in like that. That thing will get so dirty. I think it's a combination of what they say with the toilet, but I also think it's a combination of people not washing their hands properly, putting the wet hands going in, and then the dirt on their hands is getting on the machine. We had to clean it like twice a day, but it's, you know, I never use the ones that have the hot air come out of them, because it's literally collecting what I just said and throwing it back at the top so the next person can put their hand in it. You get what I'm saying?
Fox 5 New York just capture a UFO on live TV? Here's what we know. Something strange was captured on live TV during a Skyfox broadcast over Lower Manhattan. A bright, fast-moving object streaked across the Hudson River, covering an incredible distance in just 4 seconds before disappearing. The footage left viewers asking, what was it? Fox 5's photojournalist Dan Rice suggested it might be a lens flare caused by a blemish on the camera lens. However, the object's rapid speed, smooth trajectory, and the distance it covered in such a short time make it one of the most unusual captures in recent memory. To put it into perspective, the object traveled an estimated 2 miles in 4 seconds. That's an astonishing speed of 1,800 miles per hour, more than twice the speed of sound. This isn't something you'd expect from a drone, balloon, or most conventional aircraft. The exact nature of this phenomenon remains unexplained. Like, share, and follow Above the Norm News for more stories like this and updates on this unfolding mystery.
Y'all, The Simpsons predicted that the Anunnaki gods is gonna come back and get us, yo. I need y'all to see this video real quick, yo. This shit was talking about basically the Mayan gods, but the Mayan gods that were pertaining to the... Look at this, look at this. Yo, the giant Nephilim beings coming back, destroying the planet. Look at this, y'all. What? And then look at this. Did y'all see this show? Basically how they put together the same type of people at this big ass rave. Y'all, then you know what else this reminded me of? This also reminded me of like some Transformers shit, like how they came down and everything. Yo, like, this is almost on the same type of deal. Look at these beings, y'all. They big as shit. Does this not look like they're preparing for something? Look at this. This is for entertainment purposes only, yo. Oh my god!
I originally posted this video back on June 19th of 2023, and it instantly went viral with over 2.5 million views. And the reason why I'm resharing this is because this is a critical piece of evidence. Recently, if you've tuned into the U.S. congressional hearing regarding UAPs, there was a bombshell regarding UAPs, UFOs that are in our oceans, and there's hard, concrete evidence to support that. Well, this video that was captured last year by a group of fishermen who saw these odd lights in the water, and then on the second part, they captured what looks to be like an unidentified being walking in the water. Now, instantly people try to discredit it and debunk it, stating that it was a company there that does scuba diving. But I want to make note that at the time that this was taken, the fishermen were out there by themselves. That company that does scuba diving, Dives, was closed at the time. Also, it's interesting to note that after this had went viral, those fishermen that were involved in this whole situation refused to talk about it, but also stated, per a source close to them, that they were pressured to tell people it was scuba divers and it wasn't a USO or a UAP or a UFO or aliens. I still find this one of the most credible videos that have ever been sent to me regarding unidentified objects in the water, in the sky, or unidentified beings. Take a look at this video and draw your own conclusions. Tell me what you think.
Mira, 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 prendí y apagó. Y una boya allí. Alumbra de momento, ¿verdad? Submarino. No acercarme mucho.
Yeah, no, güey.
Wow, mira eso. Uy, me acerqué. Mira la boya. El puente está a mano izquierda, a mano izquierda. Mira eso, mira eso, mira. Mira, mira, mira eso. Hay algo ahí. Mira algo ahí. Míralo. Yo no sé qué carajo es eso, dale para atrás. Si no quiero saber. Dale. 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 No quiero saber. No quiero saber, dale. Dale. Es un ovni. No. Dale. Mira ahí. Sí, eso es eso.
Yeah, I don't think that was a scuba diver. I think what happened was they saw something they had no business seeing, and the government was like, national security, you say something, you want to jail or I'm worse. That's what I think happened.
Who's that? That's why. I don't know.
Hello?
Who are you?
Are you like the owner or something?
Hello?
Don't worry, we were gonna pay. Why are you just standing there like that?
Can you say something?
Michelle, hurry the hell up so we can get the hell out of here, please.
I'm doing it. What?
What the hell?
What is that?
His eyes!
Okay.
His eyes!
Okay,
Michelle,
I'm wrapping it up. I'm wrapping it up.
Like,
It's done.
seriously? Put the money and let's get the hell out of here. Now, hurry,
I
hurry!
got it. Just in here. Okay, hopefully they're happy.
Michelle, he's gone.
What the hell?
No, I don't have a good feeling about this. The man had red glowing eyes.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That wasn't human.
In 2023, an incredible video was captured by photographer Dmitry Lyashev on a flight over Yakutia, revealing a seemingly endless long wall. Following the release of this footage, scientists began scrutinizing the images and concluded that the wall was man-made. The wall extends to the ocean, continuing beneath the water. Surprisingly, no one had previously noticed this wall, prompting bewilderment among scientists. Interestingly, Soviet scientist, architect, and occultist Ludwig Mavrikovich Heinrich, who visited a secret Vatican library in 1920, discovered a book referencing this wall in Yakutia. You can find a video about Mavrikovich on my channel. The wall spans several hundred kilometers. Speculation suggests that the Russian government prohibited aerial photography over the area, and in March 2024, a drone operator filming the wall was arrested. Presently, the government is striving to eliminate all online information related to this wall, leaving its nature shrouded in mystery.
But why? Does that have something to do with some type of bad history or something they just don't want us to know about? What do you think?
So this is something that is becoming more common now with security cameras. After reviewing the video, people are finding that they were just talking to themselves. This is what is happening to this man after reviewing the video the next day. He claims a very strange older man asked for directions and disappeared extremely fast.
Crypto University here. In this footage, these guys were down by the river when they seen this creature approaching, so they climbed into a tree. Let me know what you guys think.
Guarantee you that what's going to happen is eventually the drones and the orbs and everything we see are going to just disappear. We don't get any answers, and we're not going to forget. Majority of people are going to forget, and it's going to be on to something else. They're not going to tell us nothing. pyramids.
Stumbled across a creepy home that was covered up in the middle of the desert in an unknown location. So he decided to uncover it and have a look. What's down the dark home?
I don't know if you should go down there, man.
After enhancing the brightness, we can see what potentially looks like many pairs of glowing eyes lurking at the bottom of the dark hole.
Somebody recorded a UFO crash site up close. Let's look into the video.
This is the crash site. Up close in person. They got jets flying over the skies looking for it. Y'all seeing this? UFO crash site up close in person. And y'all know we gonna start to see more and more strange things like this. I don't know where this is located at. If y'all know where it's located at, let me know in the comments. But y'all seeing this? We know what time it is. Every day that passes by and to get closer to that time, we're gonna start to see more and more activity. Go outside and look up. You'll be surprised at what you see. And you might get lucky. What's up? It might come down. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this UFO crash sighting in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. And follow me on YouTube if y'all want that exclusive content. Stay tapped in.
I'm sorry, but that looks man-made. They don't even look professional. They don't. Like somebody just made that in less than a week. So that don't look like an alien would be flying. And it's small too. I think it'd be much bigger than that.
The world we're in right now, it's really hard for y'all to like discern what's real and what's true. You know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I see them now. Some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all their memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. but I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people. It's so many things people say so much stuff, but you know that one it was y'all was your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
I might be a little biased because I've never ever been a fan of Will Smith, like ever. So I don't believe a word he say. I say that because it's how he phrased it. Nothing to do with that man. Maybe that's somewhat true, but can that be said about other people you know, like your wife and other people? A lot of people look at Will Smith like he is like a victim of his being with his wife, when a lot of people don't know that look up the day when they got married and how Jada Pinkett was crying while he married her, and other things that he did. He cheated on her, blah, 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 whatever. I mean, you know how celebrity stuff be. But the point is, he is not the Mr. Nice guy that people think or thought he was. Obviously, the slap kind of proved that, because you know daggone well he wouldn't have slapped somebody that he knew the person wouldn't retaliate. If that was like The Rock or something like that, he wouldn't have did that. You know what I mean? That's the point I'm trying to make.
Right. Watch what happens when I plug it in. It becomes a transmitter for electric. Right, look how far it transmits them. So if you're laying in bed with that next to your head, that is all going into your head.
With the signals?
That's electric. Electric. Fair, yeah. If you're on the phone.
Yeah, let me do it.
That's why I know. Watch what happens when I pick my phone up when it's charging. So that is going right into your body now, all that electric.
Now imagine what that's doing to your body. It's not good, I tell you that. Definitely not good. That's why I never have my phone charger next to me. I always thought that was weird. Make you wonder about Bluetooth too, right?
Neutralizes it, and you can see that the phone is on. There you go. There's the phone that doesn't have a blocker. Look at how high that is. Just telling people that want to protect their kids, their family, themselves from headaches, nausea, fatigue. You know what? This really does work. It's up to you whether you want to buy one or not. I'm not here to sell anything. I'm just trying to help people out.
This is why we are not shooting them down. I think I may have just figured out why we are not shooting down these drones or these UFOs flying all over the country. This is a document from the CIA's website, CIA.gov, and what it details is an incident in 1994 where a Siberian military unit shot down a UFO. 5 humanoid creatures came out of this shot down UFO and came at the soldiers, but they came at them in a very special way. It is stated in the testimonies of the 2 soldiers who remained alive that after freeing themselves from the debris, the aliens came together and then merged into a single object that acquired a spherical shape. That object began to buzz and hiss sharply and then became brilliant white. In a few seconds, the spheres grew much brighter and exploded by flaring up with an extremely bright light. At that very instant, 23 soldiers who had watched the phenomenon turned into stone poles. And not just any stone poles, no ma'am, they turned into limestone poles. And let me say this, you can see at the very top of this report right here that the U.S. intelligence obtained a 250-page file on the attack by a UFO on a military unit. And then a CIA representative stated that if the CIA file corresponds to reality, this is an extremely menacing case. The aliens possess such weapons and technology that go beyond all our assumptions.
The video I'm about to show you is a drone flying into an orb, and then it disables the drone, and the drone falls out of the sky. The lady recording don't know how to record, like super boomer status, barely knows how to use a phone, but she caught the important stuff. Boom, here we go. So this thing is zipping across the sky right here. Phoenix, Arizona, December 14th, dude. Watch, it's like, oh snap, I'm a freaking drone. I see an orb. I'm a, look how fast this thing goes. Check this out. So it comes up to it, it touches it. Drone doing what a drone does, orb doing what an orb does. Boom. Dog. What? What are you kidding? What, dude? You know what I'm saying? This thing comes up to it. Do not bring a drone to an orb fight, dog. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring a freaking drone to an orb fight. Cause what? You're cooked, dude. So I thought these things were out there sniffing out some freaking nuclear stuff, but now I'm thinking they were put out there to freaking chase down these orbs or to distract us from these freaking orbs, dude.